exhale.
When I exhale, I know it's going to be in March. There's going to be that moment when I really can, because because you know, like you said at the beginning, I set really high goals. So I set a goal to be a New York Times, USA Today, Wall Street Journal bestseller. That is an impossible goal that I really believe that I can grind it out and do. So for me, today is the beginning, because I've got 7 days to sell books to reach that goal. But here's why I want to reach that goal. Not because I want to be tagged. You know me. You know
She ain't
Today I did a radio interview, and the program director was like, I never knew all of that. He's known me for years. But you know me, I don't do it for that reason. The reason I want those goals, want to reach those goals, is because it will put the book on the radar for the people that really need these principles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people, oh, New York Times or USA Today, let me pick it up. Boom, I got you. So it's really not even about me. It's about how I can continue to get the message out.
Yeah. The message out. And you have to, and those numbers are based off your first 7 days?
First 7 days.
Ooh, I learned something.
And your pre-orders. So your pre-orders and your first week sales all come together as one. So that's why I've been pushing so hard for my pre-order. Anyone who follows me on social media are like, will you stop with the pre-order? But that's what allows me to get to...
I'm learning something.
Yeah, it's about those pre-orders in those first 7 days.
I need to finish writing.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta write. Get it. We need that book. Get it done.
It's always gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I know. We gotta get it out.
But it's just me sitting down.
Yeah. And that's the hardest part.
It's so hard.
Can I tell you the hardest part of this journey? It hasn't been the 15 years. It hasn't been any of that. The hardest part was for 10 months, literally, not doing anything else but writing. I had to stop going everywhere. I had to stop talking to everybody. And I had to stop doing everything. And to live in that reality of what you think you're missing. And, I'm not out on the scene. I built my whole career
on the
networking and being in the mix. And to make my life come to like a slow pace so my brain could just write. That was the hardest part of this journey.
Yeah, that's
what keeps a lot of us.
Yeah. It's just that sitting down. You have kids?
Yeah, I have 2.
Ages?
18 and 10.
Oh, well, you good.
Yeah, I have an 18-year-old bonus daughter and then a 10-year-old.
So that's my issue. That's what keeps me busy.
You have your son? And
I got a son that's 16. Happy birthday, Kale. Mommy loves you. He turned 16 on yesterday. And I have a daughter, which is 7. And it's just...
Yeah. Yeah.
That's...
Yes, yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So, any free time, my free time is very, very rare. But, but it's going to happen.
Take your baby on the journey with you. Yesterday when I went to D.C., I did Roland Martin's show and I did the Maggie Linton radio show. I took her with me. Now she knows that she has to do her work and have the grades that would allow her to take a day out of school. And she still had homework on the plane. She still had to prepare for her test. But I took her with me because in this book, she wrote this book along with me. She would come in on my days that she knew Mommy has to write. And so she knew not to come in and bother me during, or not bother me, but engage with me during that time. And so when I came out of my writing sessions, Mommy, how did it go? How much did you write? Are you going to keep what you wrote? So she became a part of the process. And a lot of times we look at our children as separate, from what we're doing. And so yesterday when I took her to D.C., Maxine Waters was filming MSNBC the same time I was in Roland. So my daughter got to meet Congresswoman Waters, and she got to take a picture with her. And so now for February, Black History Month, she'll be able to take that picture, go back to her class in her social studies, and talk about meeting her and what she did. That's education.
That's education.
So bring your baby into that journey. And let her write her book while you write your book.
Oh, honey. She is a storyteller.
Yes.
Now I just need to put it on paper because that baby can tell some stories.
There you go. Let her write her book while you write your book.
To write. And you are... I might have to definitely watch over what she writes. But that was amazing because I was wondering, I was going to ask you about kids because for you to be able to focus and stay grounded that long. I'm a Virgo and then I can't be still. But I'm very perfectionist and me letting somebody else take over things that I do is hard for us.
Yeah.
Our trust is very slim.
Yeah.
So it's just the fact of me just getting things where I want it to be, and then, you know, tightening it down and being able to say, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Let's just focus on getting this done.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing. You got to remove the distractions.
I know, you inspire me. See, she has given me some motivation that I needed, because I was like, this ain't gonna never happen.
And you know, here's the thing. Many opportunities that come to us are our biggest distractions. So we have to learn how to differentiate an opportunity that's really, like, is this an opportunity or is this a distraction? Yeah.
You just gotta work for it.
You gotta, is this opportunity a distraction? And if it's a distraction, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And some of them are great. I mean, and they're great opportunities. They could, you know, I'm gonna move this over. They could bring you money. They could bring you other opportunities, but are they really what you're supposed to be focused on? And a lot of times they're just distractions on what we really want to focus on.
Right. That's understood. So somebody wants to know, can you give one principle?
Yes. Well, I'll give the first one. The first one is live in your power. Live in your power. And what that is about is our perspective, our ownership, our wisdom, our engagement, and our reward. Our perspective is our vision.
Right.
You know, basically we'll have a goal. The vision is seeing the steps to get there.
Right.
Ownership is being able to focus on what's authentically true to you.
Right. The
wisdom is your plan. And not that, you know, oh, I got 100 things I'm going to do. Your plan is, what are those one or two most important next steps? The engagement we talked about already, that's the implementation. That's the hard part. That's staying, you know, staying on it long enough. And when we do those things, it brings the reward. And the reward only comes from consistency. And in order to be consistent, we have to remove the triggers. We got to identify what are the triggers that keep us from being consistent.
Right.
And then we got to remove those triggers. So live in your power. Take your power back. Take your power back.
All right. So tell everybody the title of the book and the meaning behind the title.
Exponential Living. Stop spending 100% of your time on 10% of who you are. Boom.
That's beautiful. Well, we're going to wrap it up. But before I check out, I want everyone to understand that it's tonight, people. 7 to 9, Barnes & Nobles on Peachtree and Buckhead. She will be there in person signing autographed copies from 7 to 9. The price of the book is $26. You'll receive a 20% discount tonight only. If you cannot make it and you're not in the Atlanta area, you can go to Target.com or you can go to Amazon.com as well and pick the book up there.
Yep. And if you want the ebook, it's Kindle or iBook. And if you want the audio book, go to audible.com.
Yes. And make sure y'all please follow on social media. This woman she's one that responds.
Yeah.
She will respond, and she puts great quotes. She's very inspirational. Great speaker. So if you also know someone is looking for anybody for a speaker, motivation speaker for any events, this woman is by far one of the greatest that I've heard and that I've seen. She's bringing years of experience and expertise to you live in person.
Thank you.
You've been amazing. I learned something. I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. So I'm glad it happened. You know, for all the viewers, I'm glad it happened for me because I needed to hear this as well. And I just want to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And
we'll have to do this when I can spend the whole time. Can we do that?
And you can come back and you do trending topics. We do B.A.U.S.E.
Yes, because I want to be able to spend some time.
You get into politics and all.
Yes.
Now, are you before she leave, I got to ask this one question, honey. Were you a Falcon fan?
I still am. I am. Well, I'm a diehard Bengals fan.
Ooh,
and I die hard every year. Yes, born in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I was horrible this year.
Oh my God, we're horrible every year. I love my Bengals. But I've been true to Atlanta since I got here. So I rise up. So I was devastated.
Where were you watching the Super Bowl at Sunday?
In D.C. My daughter and I was in D.C., so we watched it in our hotel.
What was the crowd like in D.C.?
Most of the people in the lobby were for the Falcons. There were a couple.
What?
Yeah, there was 2 Patriots fans. But everyone, and it was a conference, and everyone in the hotel lobby was for the Falcons.
Now, did you watch the whole game?
I watched the whole game.
Please just talk about the last 3 minutes, because see, that one right there, just don't want to talk about it. Because see, he's a true diehard Falcon fan, and y'all know I ain't.
Yeah, it was devastating. It was devastating. I'm still stunned.
So let me just say this.
But we'll be back.
I watched the game here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I hopped. Y'all know I hopped. So the first 5 minutes, I was like, okay, you know, come on, Patriots. Then it was like 3 and out. 3 and out, 3 and out. And I was like, oh my God, 3 and out, 3 and out. Don't be rushing me now because I'm talking about these damn Falcons. 3 and out. I was like, why is this 3 and out? Come on. I'm like, what is he doing? Then he gave that look.
Mm-hmm.
When he gave that look, I was like, Atlanta Falcons is in trouble.
When Tom Brady gave that look?
Tom Brady gave that look, and then somebody said, y'all knew Atlanta Falcons was going to lose when Lady Gaga performed halftime.
Oh, that's
if y'all had the Migos out there, if y'all had Luda, J. Creek, Usher out there, then Atlanta would have won.
You know what? Everything in me said Atlanta was going to win. Even down to when we was in overtime. Like, everything in me told me Atlanta was going to win. But you can't, you know, at the end of the day, the Tom Brady, I taught my daughter this a long time ago. There's a difference between a winner and a champion. Winners win, and then when you go to a whole nother level as a winner, you're a champion. And everybody doesn't reach the level of champion.
Well, first of all,
but the Falcons will be back.
No, let me just say this. I've been saying this for 2 years, and I need everybody to listen. Atlanta Falcons do not ever play second half. If you realize that most of their points that they typically score is in the first half, because they do not play second half. They get up, they got the game, they go in there, had time, probably trying to see who's gonna be in Manchester City first, or who's gonna be here, or what they gonna do. And it's like their whole mind frame goes away the second half. So I did not lose faith in New England at halftime. I don't care if we only had 3 points on the board, because I know Brady is like a Drew Brees. They would come from way back behind and tear that ass up. So at the end of the day, I wasn't nervous. Now, I did get nervous once we got down to them last 5 minutes. But the thing about it is, I remember the play that changed the whole game is when Matt could not get enough yardage for the field goal. When that happened, I knew that Atlanta had fucked up. Excuse my language, but I knew right then we had a chance.
That hurt.
And at that point, I became the loudest person in the room with some of the loudest people. Because when I was quiet and was eating and drinking the whole game, because I was like, oh my God, these buses is really about to win. Like, I'm about to turn my phone off. Because I had talked so much stuff. And I had so much stuff I was going to post.
She is still going. I think was just locked and loaded. She is talking about these Patriots.
Yes, I was locked and loaded. And then I wore my Proud to Be a Falcon Hater t-shirt. And that I bleed back and go Saints. I'm a Saints fan. So now you see why there is no likable any type of way for the Falcons to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, we got to cut on that because she went a little too far, didn't she? Did she go a little too far?
I get it. Football season is over, so I'm about to be bored out of my mind. I'm going to do a little basketball, that's it. But I'm sitting here waiting on August now.
Yeah, I'm a sports fanatic, but yeah.
Who's your favorite basketball team?
I don't have a favorite pro team. I graduated from University of Louisville, so the Cardinals are always my favorite college team. Yeah, but I don't have a favorite pro team in basketball.
See, she don't need to support the Hawks.
Well, no, I don't have a favorite. You said favorite.
Yeah.
I support the Hawks, but you said favorite.
But you supposed to have a favorite team.
Yeah, I don't have one in pro. I love pro basketball, so I don't have a team.
You don't have a team?
Yeah. Okay. But in my college, University of Louisville, go Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Go Cardinals. Okay, I've got to go get ready for this book signing.
We're going to let her go get ready for the book signing.
I really want to keep talking.
If you missed the interview on Facebook, you can go back and check it out. She's giving some great advice. Book is released today, and I have her in the studio with me. This has made my day to have Miss Riley here join me for Boss Talk Radio, where advice you can bank on. I will be here next week, Tuesday from 4 to 6. Y'all been wonderful. If you have any questions, send it to her or hit me up. Thank y'all, IG and Facebook, for tuning in, but we can go ahead and turn it off today. Y'all have a great one. See you next week.